Hi, I'm Realtor Scott Garrison with ReMax Town Country, East Orlando's #1 real estate company. And I've been a resident of and selling homes full-time here in Oviedo for the last 35 years. My realtor partner, Deanna Sokoto, and I are proud to be the official sponsor of this year's Meet the Candidates videos so that people like you in the community can get to know the people who have stepped up to run for the office of mayor here in Oviedo in 2023. Voting is November 7th, and you have to be a resident in the city of Oviedo to vote. So let's go and hear what they have to say. This is our 5th and final question in our official Meet the Mayoral Candidates video series, so you can get to know, as part of the community, who's stepping up to run for the office of the mayor of Oviedo here in 2023. And our 5th question is, does the city of Oviedo have too much debt at $70 million? Should we be paying that debt down now? And what would you do as mayor when new projects are proposed that would increase the amount of debt that the city has?
Yes, I think Oviedo does have too much debt. It's not outrageous, and we're on the right path. We've eliminated about 24% of our total debt since I was elected mayor in 2019, but we've got a ways to go. So the question of how do you prevent new growth from causing additional debt? And that is by having the right impact fees. Right now, we have a lot of impact fees that are outdated. And Florida law will allow us to update those. And we can mathematically calculate what is the impact of bringing an apartment complex or a restaurant or whatever it is. And we last August did give notice that we were going to change the way we thought about transportation impact fees and switch to a mobility fee. So that will increase the amount that's available to address a lot of the issues in our city. But we need to do the same for police, for fire, for our Parks and Rec department, and make sure that developers are paying all of that. And that's the way we avoid incurring as much debt, by having the new people who create the cause for expanding our capital facilities, making sure that they pay their fair share. And then we also need to do the hard thing, which is save up in advance for the things we need versus having an emergency and saying, we need this thing now, let's go borrow more money. Because that is how we've operated in the past. And it's been thoughtful borrowing, so don't get me wrong on that. But we could do a little bit better of job saving up, which is a hard ask because the people now are already paying for the past purchases in the form of debt payments. And the ask would be, let's collect a little more in advance, so the next time we don't have to borrow as much, but we will have saved up some.
Our debt is a result of us having to increase our infrastructure. So it's not debt that we willy-nilly went out and used a credit card and say, I want a new car. No, we increased our infrastructure, and we also built up our infrastructure. What our finance team has masterfully done is, when lower rates come about, they refinance our loans at a lower rate. And so we're constantly looking at how to pay down that debt. But it's debt that we needed in order to build our infrastructure. When new projects come online, for instance, like the bond issue for the new police station, people have looked at it and who are more knowledgeable about what we need in our policing. And they have said that what we have now is not adequate. And if we don't start looking now, down the line, we will be too late to adequately bring something online that's financially sound, fiscally sound. So I say we continue like we're doing. And also, we continue the path that our terrific finance team has done by looking at our debt, also attending to our infrastructure, because if we do not attend to our infrastructure, that is catastrophic. So there is a way to manage debt and manage it responsibly, and that's what we're doing. I, as mayor, will make sure that continues to happen. I thank you for your vote.
The current debt that Oviedo has is something that has been accrued over time. And to put that on the plate of all Oviedo residents to remove right now at the drop of a hammer would not be fair. We have to always be paying down our debts. And so When it comes to taking on new debt, we have to be wise and look at what that purpose is and what that project is, and if it's going to increase revenue and value and productivity to the city. Debt overall can slow a city down, can slow a home down. When you acquire debt into your home, you don't want to hold on to that. You want to pay that off. And so I think it's extremely wise to be always having a plan to pay down the city's debt and looking at the benefits that could be there if we need to take on more debt for the city.
Great answers from our mayoral candidates. Remember that you can vote if you live in the city of Oviedo here on November 7th. And if you need to buy or sell a home here in East Orlando, call me, Realtor Scott Garrison, and my realtor partner, Deanna Sokoto with ReMax Town Country.